Hello and welcome to the All About Pigeons podcast. We have a very special episode for you today, so stick around. Today we have with us Cam Datanagn. Cam has been awarded the N.P.A President's Award, is currently an N.P.A Director, assistant to the N.P.A Junior Director, and an N.P.A Legacy Trust Fund trustee. He is the current president of the Hawaii All-Breed Pigeon Association, former National Birmingham Roller Club PR Director. He has competed in local pigeon races, NBRC events, and World Cup for rollers. He has also won multiple Best of Breed awards in the Amarillo N.P.A Grand National. His family also runs a family white bird release. Cam has had pigeons for over 55 years. He currently has over 200 pigeons with around 20 different breeds. And today we're going to talk about promoting the pigeon hobby. So thanks for coming on and talking to us today, Cam.
Oh, yeah. It's an honor. Thank you so much for letting me be part of your awesome podcast and sharing the pigeon history or pigeon world.
You've done a lot with especially like social media and things like this, but you've also done a lot of foot on the ground sort of promotion stuff. So let's talk about some of the social media stuff you've done.
Social media as a whole. I remember starting ground level. There was a website called My Family, myfamily.com. If some of the people turned into ancestry.com. You ever seen ancestry.com?
Yeah.
So there was a website called myfamily.com. Myfamily.com was trying to, I think, a religious organization was trying to record all the different ancestry, and then that myfamily.com closed down and it turned into ancestry.com. But going back, my family really helped get different breeds together, all the different pigeon breeds. And then Facebook came along and I just said, hey, and my family's going to go down. Let's start the Facebook. Well, the same time that Facebook was going on, MySpace was pretty big. And I just decided to get all the different breeds, have their own Facebook pages and all the Facebook groups. So at one time in my heyday, I created about 60 Facebook groups specializing with my church, with my pigeons, breeds. And then on the other side, I did Facebook pages. Facebook pages and groups was about 60 each and got overwhelming.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. So because BAM hadn't come along yet, people were still getting to know. So what I always tell people, if you look at the description of each Facebook group, when you see the FB, a lot of times the FB would be me. That's my little signature, FB group, helmet FB group, racing homer FB group. But also in the description, I would write aloha. Aloha. So that's my little, coders. Coders always got to have the back door. They always got to know if that's their signature. That was my signature. So I was happy with that. And then it just grew. It helped specialize Indian fantails, American fantails. It's different, but people thought about it the same. By having that little social media, having that Facebook group, it helped define each. And going back to your question about social media, yeah, Instagram, Snapchat. I'm big on YouTube. I love my YouTube channel. I just put stuff out there because a lot of people want to learn. And like you just did, right? What's the mission of your podcast? You wanted to learn, but there wasn't that much people. There wasn't that much things to learn about. So you made your own.
Right.
I was never able to establish myself as a podcaster. I do have a podcast. I just don't have time. Yeah, with all the pigeon stuff. I just got a brand new job. I left UPS. I retired. I worked at the Disney Hotel in Hawaii. I did. Some of the people would say, hey, I see you on YouTube. Hey, I see you on Facebook. A lot of pigeon people come through Disney Hotel. That's pretty cool. Pigeons will always be there for me. It's just my relaxation. And while on social media, while on the computer, that's my way to help promote, because the N.P.A's mission is to promote husbandry of the pigeon. That's what I do. It's my passion. Some people like to play basketball. I like to play with pigeons. So.
Well, you've done so much with the growth. Like I think that Facebook idea was brilliant, making it a group or a page for individual breeds.
Yes.
So that really just kind of brings people together, out of like, I'm the only guy in the county or state that has this breed of pigeon, and maybe there's not a national club anymore, like that could really snowball into, maybe even getting a national club going again, getting people share birds and really help the breed. It's amazing that there's still such a variety of breeds that have survived the test of time and, fads and things like that.
Yeah. One of my favorite stories is about social media and about telling people who you are. Lane Gardner and his good friend Jay Bills. I don't know if it's true, but I heard the story is that Lane was mentioning that they both had pigeons. They didn't know how passionate they was, and they live right within the same town, or they live a close proximity. I mean, nowadays you wouldn't get that. You would just put yourself on social media or anywhere, and you can find each other.
So let's talk about the presentations that you give in school. I saw an article, was it in the Quarterly, and maybe it was also in Purebred Pigeon, where you were doing presentations at the schools, and you actually brought birds with you for the kids to see. And on the picture, man, all the kids had their hands up, man. Looked like you were really, getting out there with it. Can you talk a little bit about that?
I put it out to everybody, every pigeon people. Think about it. The kids got to learn about birds somehow, some way. You wouldn't want the kids to learn the wrong things. So my wife worked at an elementary, and the one of the teachers, her curriculum was about birds, from eagles to sparrows to everything. And my wife said, "Hey, I have pigeons. You wouldn't know a person has that type of hobby." And they're like, "Nah, no way." And my wife said, "Yeah, go look at my husband's YouTube channel. I mean, go." So she went on and she, "Oh my God, we're learning about pigeons and just overall birds. Can you do a presentation?" So when we came, it's an annual thing. Me and my son go, and put it this way, we had to split up. He has his own birds. I have my own birds. He has 9 classes. I have 9 classes. Throughout the day, we just show different birds, from the figurita, which is a smaller bird. We don't have a Portuguese tumbler, but the figurita is one of the smaller birds. And we have the Hungarian house bird, which is one of the bigger ones. Then we also have a Pomeranian pouter. Then we show the Indian fantails. We show the structure, right? We got the dragoons, the real big, and we had the carrier with all the big, the nose, the seer. We have the parlor tumblers. Then at the end of our presentation, each kid can go and feed them, you know. Then at the end of the presentation, we bring the whole school out into the yard. This time we only had like 600 kids. The other kids was eating lunch at that time. So we had 600 kids, and we released about 80 white birds. That's making memories. I always tell people, make a difference in a kid's life, change their life by bringing them to a pigeon show. Dog show is one thing, chicken shows is awesome, but pigeon shows, the kids can see, is not flying rats. It's not the ones that in the park. It's like they say, right? Pigeons is the most diverse species in the world. I mean, so much different things, even more than a dog. Because dogs from Chihuahua to Great Dane, pigeons is like from a Portuguese tumbler to a English powder, the tallest. So it's just so you open up a world to a kid, and we do it for first graders. I mean, first and second graders. Yes, we do videos about it, and then the parents come to our pigeon shows because of it. Kids off the computer by playing with animals. Getting a minute with a bird, a minute with an animal is a minute off the computer.
When you do videos, do you have your own presentation, or are you having maybe one of the N.P.A promotional videos that you show, or what videos do you show?
When I show videos to the kids, we used to have the N.P.A video, but unfortunately, the N.P.A video is only on DVD, and not every classroom has a DVD player anymore. I don't know. Jim Jenner did a real good job once before. We just tell the people, we tell them the hashtags. So we tell the kids hashtags. I have a video that pretty much I just was playing around, and a baby chick coming out of the egg. You can look on my YouTube channel.
Oh, that's cool.
This is before smartphones were smartphones. I have a really junk phone, and we as pigeon people have technology right in our hands. Like me, right in my hand, I have the phone. But think about it. If you go to a friend's house, and he had pigeons for like several years, 100 years, I mean, old man, 100 years old, bring out your phone, put it on video, and just ask him questions. Because that person has a vault of knowledge. I met 80-year-old people, I met 20-year-old people, 80-year-old people just starting with pigeons. And the 20-year-old has pigeons all his life. Everybody has a different vault. You with the phone can learn so much. And that's what I do with Instagram. I do a lot of videos at the nationals, at the shows. I just ask them, "Hey, here, my question is to you. Let's play around. Hey, how you doing, sir? Okay, how you doing, sir? What's your name? I'm asking you, Phil."
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's play like I just met you and I want to do an interview. Hi, how you doing? My name is Cameron. I'm with the N.P.A. Can I do a little interview with you, sir?
Oh, that'd be great.
Okay, I'll go only 5 questions, really simple questions. Who are you?
My name is Philip Prime with the All About Pigeons podcast.
Okay, see how you said? I could have just asked you what's your name, but I asked who are you, and you said Philip and what you all about, right? So you give the person that value. Okay, who are you? Okay, where are you from, Philip?
I am from Northern Arizona.
Oh, that's pretty cool. And I know you love pigeons. Oh, what breed of pigeons, or what kind of pigeons do you have?
Oh, now you're gonna get me going here. So I got,
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. We have all.
I got racing pigeons, standard fantails, Indian fantails, parlor rollers. I'm really trying to focus on. I got white birds for a white dove release, and I just acquired some German beauty homers at the last show I went to.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's a very unique in Philippines. In one of my Facebook groups, the Philippines, I think we have almost 8,000 members.
Wow.
German beauty homers is huge. The Scandaroons, German beauty homers, and English carriers are huge in the Philippines. Okay, what has been your most memorable pigeon moment? It could be a win. It could be the first pigeon. It could be a breeding moment. What is your most favorite pigeon moment? Just on the top of your head.
Yeah, on top of my head, I mean, I would say so. We also have a Eurasian tumbler, just one of those, and that's our house pigeon.
Mm.
One of my favorite things. It's a kind of a reoccurring moment, but it's a really tame pigeon, and I'll take it outside sometimes. And I love when she'll do a lap and then come back and land on me. That's probably one of my
Wow,
favorite things right
that's
there.
very unique. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, think about it. That's making memories for you and also for the kids, right?
absolutely. Oh, they love that bird.
And the last question is, what do you want to say? Meaning, what do you want to say to the new guy? What do you want to say to the old? What do you want to say to Philip in grade school? Like, oh man, I should have started pigeons earlier. What do you want to tell your grandkids? My question to you, Philip, is what do you want to say?
Yeah, I would just like to say that find somebody who also has pigeons. Whether you've already been doing it for a while or you are getting into it, there's always something to learn. And plus, pigeon people with pigeon people, it's a special thing to talk about. We're usually kind of the one pigeon person in the group, so find other pigeon people.
Yeah, see, that's your whole interview. You could do that same 5 questions with 5 different people, 10 different people, and you'll get like, who are you? My name's Cam. Oh, okay. Where you from? Hawaii. Okay. You know what I mean? Like versus like you. Oh, I'm Philip and I with all pigeons podcast. It just gives the person that opportunity to share. You opening up the door because you're being approachable. And that's what I do with social media. I tell people, hey, look at this. Look at this. I do going back to promoting. I had this thing called Print Shop Deluxe. I had this thing called Apple Pages. Now I'm playing with Canva. You know, like how Kevin Costner build it and they would come. And then a lot of times, show guys, presidents of show clubs, guys who are listening to this, or nobody would come to my show. One time I was promoting this one event like hell. I mean, like it was all over. 5 people came, and I was like, oh, and it was just timing. It's all about the timing. People had versus when I hit the right notes, I hit the right people. We had, I mean, this is what somebody told me. I didn't count. We had over 5,000 people at our event. I mean, not at the same time, but people came and go, came and go. So from 5 people to 5,000 people, you never know unless you do it. So, like Kevin Costner said, build it and they will come. Hold it, hold that pigeon show, hold that event and then don't do it like, oh, no, maybe next week. No, you tell them maybe 2 weeks, 2 months in advance. Here, this is what I do in promoting pigeons, not only on social media, but promoting an event. Get the core people. Hey, I have a core set of people. And we asked, why are we holding this event? Why are we holding this pigeon show? The why behind the why. Oh, because we want to hold a pigeon show. No. Is it a fundraiser? Is it a promotion? It's not all about us. I can contact all my friends who have Ryan Leach from Leach Grain and Milling, Violet Luna from Volkman. I got Kyle Kodama, all these guys who help me promote. I can ask them for a bunch of feed. The most feed I ever got was 38 sacks of feed.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they knew what I represent, what value. They knew I was promoting them because without us, they wouldn't be selling feed, right? So I told my core group, why are we doing this? You got to find out the why first, not just about awards. And when you find out, hey, we want to promote, hey, we want to fundraise, okay, let's go. So find a venue, a nice venue, and someone's backyard, okay, and then you ask straight up, or is this $3 a bird, $5 a bird? Or is it a free one? Once you get all that logistics done, and then it's easy. You find a date, find a Saturday, find a Sunday. Certain places go church on Sunday, so you can't do it. Certain places go church on Saturday, so you can't do it. They go temple. Don't ever do it on Saturday after Black Friday. Don't ever do it because everybody's shopping. We did it several times and we didn't have a good turnout. The one we do good, it's kind of an off thing, but the Saturday after Father's Day. If you ever have to do a pigeon show, the Saturday or event, Saturday after Father's Day, because everybody goes to Father's Day, everybody hangs out, or even the Saturday after Mother's Day. Everybody meets on a Mother's Day or Father's Day, right? Then you can promote. The birds are still in some good shape. Some are breeding, whatever. Because once you start hitting the fall season, if you ever do a pigeon show or an event, they're either racing or they're getting prepared. You know? Okay, so going back. So 2 months in advance, you start putting it on. You go on Canva. You put the date. You write what is it about, right? Show name. Name your show. Because okay, I'll tell you some shows, and maybe you could tell me their catch name phrase.
All right.
So every November, LAPC has their show. What is their show name?
Pageant of Pigeons.
Great. Okay. In December, the NorCal Pigeon Fanciers have their show. What is their show name?
Is that the Great Western?
No, that's the Santa Clara Valley Pigeon Show in October. That's the Great Western. That's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one. But you got to think about that's the N.P.A President Show. You got John DeCarlo Jr., you got John Hepner, you got Frank Baricina, and a lot of presidents go that show. But okay, and then so that NorCal has a classic. Okay, Salt Lake has their show. What is their show?
The premiere.
Exactly. I know New Mexico had their show. Oklahoma had the Shawnee, I think. Was a Shawnee show. And then New York has a show. Well, it used to be called the Big Apple, but then they have several. Oh, here's this one. We just had one in Des Moines. What is the Des Moines name?
Prairie Show or something like that?
The Pigeons on the Prairie. Yeah.
Pigeons on the Prairie. Okay, there you go. Yeah.
You know, so what you can do, and San Diego had a show too. What is the San Diego show?
Oh, you're killing me. I don't know.
The Fiesta.
Oh, I've been seeing that flyer too. Yeah.
So that's how they used to promote each show.
That is smart. Yeah, kind of give it a name. Yeah.
Each club is recognized, spec each. You have your own weekend. I'll do this week. So what you're doing is you respect each show, and then you support each show. You know, hey, you do it on this weekend, and I'll follow. I'll attend. I'm having it in a couple weeks. Can you attend? So what that does is you have a little camaraderie. You respect each show. You have each region will have a set of people that, like, if I'm coming from one part of town, I'm driving through Arizona. I'll call you. Hey, you want me to pick up your birds? And then you'll go, and you won't be able to get, but I'll pick up your birds.
Mm-hmm.
So again, going back to why behind the why. Why are we doing this? And so 2 months out, you put the show name, going back to the flyer, show name hosted by Arizona, show date, show venue, show times. You put that in bold lettering several times on your flyer. And then you'll put maybe raffle. A lot of people will concentrate the raffle for sales time. No, never mind. You just show them the date, show them the times. There's a lot of different things. Hey, you bring in 5 birds, you get $1 rebate. If the breed has more than 10, you get your own prize. All that little stuff can be worked out later. I have my own set of friends. I go on Messenger. I send that same flyer to everybody. And I write, please share. Then you go onto each Facebook group. Please share. You email everybody. And then sooner or later, it's out there. And just be ready. And then I would go, putting it out there for your members listening, go to the local feed shop. Hey, can I post this up? Oh, by the way, would you want to have a little booth at our pigeon show?
Smart, yeah.
And then they're like, oh, no, we can't make it. Okay. Is there any way you can donate, like maybe a gift certificate? Can I borrow one of your banners? And then when people, members or attendees walking in, they'll see, oh, I know that feed shop. Oh, I know that place. There's a place on the west side of Oahu. It's just one big pink building, and you would never know. Inside to the right, there's maybe about 200 sacks of feed for sale. There's another place in the Quonset hut, and they have about another 200, 300 sacks of feed. So you wouldn't know. It's just locals know. But pigeon events, you just make sure you have the banners. If a person wants promotional, all they got to do is contact N.P.A. We have all breed posters, and then we can give them away to the kids. I don't know if it's for selling it at the moment, or you just got to cover shipping. You got to just contact the N.P.A secretary, Tim. But AU has a whole bunch of stuff too. You just got to contact AU. Hey, I'm doing an event. Can I have some promotional items? Oh my God, they send you a bunch of stuff because that they can. So they're pretty good. AU is pretty good. Karen and everything. You're coming to the Oklahoma National.
Absolutely.
What days are you there for?
So we'll be there Wednesday to Sunday.
Okay, so Wednesday you driving in, I'm
Right.
sure,
Yep.
right?
Driving in. Yep.
Okay, what day are you gonna go to the museum? Because for the people listening, this museum is called the American Pigeon Museum and Library. It's your museum. It's not anybody. It's the Pigeon Fancier Museum. You got art, you got artifacts, you got war memorabilia, NBRC area, you got N.P.A area, you got the Hall of Fame, you got the library, you got even birds on display. And right next door is AU. It's right there. It's all about you.
And they got a shuttle going back and forth, I think, too, right? Are they doing that?
Well, it's in the works. There's no confirm. Yeah, it's in the work. We're gonna push out information then. I do have a flyer. I have to get approved. I'll send you the flyer. It's all about the place. But what day are you gonna go?
I'm still waiting to see how it pans out. I want to get everything help set up on Wednesday a little bit and get our stuff set up for the podcast. I'll kind of just play it by ear. It's definitely something I want to go visit. Never been there before.
I was gonna try be there on Thursday morning. Go over there, do a little interview, do a little promotional video. Because Thursday, technically Wednesday, we can as soon as everything's set up, we might be able to start creating. Thursday, you guys can start judging, but not everybody is in yet. So I would suggest if you can do it Thursday first thing in the morning, just get there, go look at it. Every national we set up. Remember, I was telling you that if you build it, they will come, kind of thing.
Yeah.
If you host it, if you have a set schedule every year, because previously national pigeon shows or for N.P.A was held by a host club. Each club they would bid for it and then they would host it. And then it was great for a while when N.P.A started. So N.P.A made a nice schedule. Wednesday, everybody set up. And if any able-bodied person would come and help the setup, and like you would set up your area like on Wednesday, right? Remember, you're gonna have a table, right?
Yep.
So Wednesday is more fellowship, helping other breeds. Even though if you have a racing homer, but I want to help the show kings. Hey, I want to help the Modinas. So you would help everybody build their judging area. That's the big thing. Every judging area. Have you ever seen like a Christmas door contest? If you ever go to offices, people are like, oh, Christmas.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's funny. It's cool, but it's funny that each breed wants to outdo each other with their judging area. We should have an award just for that, Jeff. I just thought about it. So, okay, going back. So Wednesday, everybody set up their own judging area. Some Thursday, people are still coming in. So it's in the morning, everybody just kind of getting into the groove. By Thursday afternoon, that's when the judging real heavy, started to judge. So Thursday afternoon, by 6 o'clock, everybody goes towards wherever the general meeting is held. And I would encourage everybody to just go by. And then that meeting is great because you can hear upcoming events. You can hear about the directorship, who goes where. So the general membership is always great. And then you have drinks or just fellowship afterwards. By the time Friday comes, that's when everything is really hot and heavy. A lot of breeds start judging on Friday. Friday afternoon, everybody goes home because we have the banquet. Are you going to attend the banquet?
Absolutely.
Please attend the banquet there because it is where we do the awards. And Saturday is hot and heavy. It's just everybody starts doing the auction. We have the N.P.A auction for the juniors. That's the funny part. It's the N.P.A junior auction. It's the auction that's the money's going to go towards the juniors. Everybody can auction. Everybody can bid. But about 12 o'clock, everything starts winding down. Then by the time 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, hopefully everything's done. And then as soon as all birds are accounted for, then we release you guys. And that's the fun part. Everybody goes home.
You did the school thing. You had your presentation. Was it in purebred or was it in both? I feel like it was in the quarterly and purebred, right?
So quarterly and purebred, they're really good publications. So when you submit, if anybody submits, Dorothy and Gary, don't mind verbiage. I submitted it with 2 different articles. Anybody can, and it's up to, you don't have to be an N.P.A member to submit. You just submit to the quarterly and to purebred because they love articles. They love different opinions. They love different views. And we encourage everybody to put something out.
100%. Well, like you're saying, everybody has these smartphones now, and those questions that we did together right there, those cover a lot of stuff. And you, like you said, you would get a lot of different answers. And hey, if you're at a show already, I'm sure you have some kind of Facebook or social media or whatever.
Yeah.
Like just pull out your phone, take some pictures, record, talk to some fanciers, put it on social media, and anybody can do it. We all have the capabilities with the phones that we have.
Yeah, exactly. And then you got to imagine now. I used to have 20 questions. And if I come to you, hey, Philip, I have 20 questions. You're going to like, oh my God, I don't have that much time.
Right.
I just say, hey, I got 5 questions. And you put it kind of vague and you say, hey, go for it. You'd be amazed what the kind of answers you get. This is just an idea. You could open up podcasts.
Oh, do a live stream. No, that'd be great. We'd definitely do that. Yeah, all the listeners, be ready for that time, January 16th and 18th, especially. We'll definitely be doing live streams and everything else. So stay tuned. Stay on the Facebook, on the YouTube channel, because we'll be going live on both those places.
Oh, great. So, hey, really quick before, I don't know if you're going to wrap it up, but just put it out there to your listeners that, like in anything like baseball, football, our birds are like athletes, or our birds are superstars. So pre-show, that 8 weeks prior, you got to make sure the conditioning, feed them really good food. Pre-show, pluck any feathers that's broken, get them all conditioned. Oil the feet, oil the beak, make sure the vent is all clean. A month out, make sure you give them all probiotics, vitamins. Make sure your bird is strong and healthy, because during the transportation and anything, you're going to be stressed out.
Right. Yeah, the trip alone.
Get to the event, the venue, as soon as you can. Make your birds relax, stress-free. Feed them, water them. Certain breeds don't drink. It's like, I don't know if you've seen some Jacobins. They actually put a tube and they feed them with water and peas. Certain birds just freak out during stressful situations. And watch your birds. Security. Watch your birds. Make sure nobody touches your birds. After the show, make sure your bird is judged during the show, because sometimes we have so much things going on and your bird's not judged. After the show, make sure you isolate. When you bring your birds home, don't put them near any of the other birds. You isolate, you medicate within a week or two. Then if you feel your bird is safe, then you put them back into your general population. But again, prior to the show, tell your listeners, build the bird up, feed them, make sure you're strong, vitamins, probiotic, all the good stuff. And at the end, after the show, you got to make sure they are pest-free, sick-free. Don't put them in your population really quick, and just watch. And because it is a stressful time.
Yeah, I was like at least a 2-week quarantine after any kind of showing.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Some people don't know that because they don't know. It's not something. It's not like a book. We're waiting for your book to be written, right?
Huh. Oh, this has been great. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you at the Grand National in Oklahoma. It's going to be a great time. Thanks for coming on and talking pigeons with us today. Appreciate it, Cam.
Yeah, remember now, promote. A pigeon can teach a kid about life. Thank you so much. It's been an honor.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the All About Pigeons podcast. Please help the pigeon hobby by telling your fellow club members or other pigeon friends about the podcast, and make sure to leave a good review or at least a 5-star for the podcast wherever you listen. If you have a topic or a person you want to hear more about on the podcast, or if you yourself would like to be a guest, just send an email to allaboutpigeonspodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.